Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. How is everybody? I hope you're all well, and I hope my mic is bloody working. Well, it is. Thanks Gemma, thanks for sharing. Welcome Colin. How's everyone today? Welcome to Coffee Catch Up. Oh, I scratched my eye, I think it's an allergic thing. How you doing guys? What is it? Well, where are we? What are we doing? It's Christmas. Yay! Yeah, it's stream 47 or day 47 of my coffee catch-ups. How are you all doing today? This is just, if you've never been into one of these, but I know you guys have, just for the purposes of uploads. Yeah, this is just my community chat. We can talk about absolutely anything. I've got a couple of topics on hold, but if you want to start a chat about anything, absolutely anything, no problem. Let me just pop out the chat. I'm very good, thanks Gemma, very good, thanks. I'm just gonna pop out this chat screen so it appears right in front of me. There we go, I can see what's going on. Fantastic. There we go. Good. How you doing, Colin? I would say Merry Christmas to everyone, but there's still a couple of weeks to go. I'll say Happy Coffee Day, because coffee's good. So is the company. How are you all doing, guys? What are we? We are Wednesday. What are we actually? The 8th. Wednesday the 8th. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. It's been a wee while since I've been live on one of these. In fact, I think it was a couple of weeks since I last done one of these. I actually had it planned for the other day, but unfortunately I had to get drafted in for work, so I obviously had to postpone it. That's just the style of work I'm in at the moment now. It's I'm very on the end of the phone at the moment now, so that's good. I don't really mind that anyway. So, is everyone ready for Christmas? Well, I am, thank God. Hope everyone else is in the process of picking up the last minute. Well, I wouldn't say last minute, but it's still a fortnight till Christmas anyway. But you know, at UK stores and stores around the world, that like everything is mayhem, and everything that's going on with everything at the moment doesn't make anything any easier. Incidentally, guys, the weather, we've got red, orange, and amber weather warnings over in Ireland. I'm assuming that the weather is pretty crap over in the UK as well. Because it's very blowy here at the moment. We have blustery winds up to 100 kilometers at the moment. You've just got to wrap presents. Oh yeah, I hate wrapping presents because I'm hopeless. Actually, I'm not that bad at wrapping presents. I'm actually better than I used to be. But I always seem to leave holes at the sides. Dead giveaway. But yeah, it's all good to be. It's rain and windy. Yeah, in fact, if I just look at it's rainy and windy now, and it's pretty grey looking, so it is. We've had warnings to strap everything down that's not nailed to the ground, so yeah, it's very cold, very blustery, very windy, and the cold will go right through you, so it will, so it would. I've got any sound going on in the background. I just don't want to be just my voice. I like a bit of music in the background. There you go. We'll just knock that down for a bit. There you go. The channel soundtrack. We'll just have that going in the background just a little bit, just to break out the din in my voice. Mr. Monitor, I'll take it down. I don't want to be drowned out by my own theme music. But you know, yeah. So what was I going to talk about? Yes, I'm hopefully drop myself back down there a second. I should be back up and streaming very shortly. When I say shortly, next month. Yesterday was bad. Yesterday was bad. And part of me, okay, there was wheelie beans blowing. Yeah, it actually reminds me I have to empty mine. Yeah, wheelie bins being blown over, and we've got imitation trees that set out the front of the house at the front door, and of course we forgot to put them into the side, and of course the wind was blowing them all over the place this morning, so had to had to go and run after them. Embarrassing. Yeah, so yes, as I was saying, yeah, it should be back up streaming hopefully in the new year. Again, my job does restrict the times that I have, but the whole reason for me not live streaming as much is that because if I'm in halfway through a stream and I get called into work, that means I have to cut out the stream. Ultimately means I have to then either edit it out or delete it, and that's just messy. Uploads just suits the job at the moment now, because if I have to leave the cat house or do an errand or something, then obviously I can just save what I'm doing and then come back to it at a later stage, so it just works out better for me. But fingers crossed I'll be back up and running in the new year for game streams, because I haven't been doing an awful lot of gaming. I've been doing a few sort of capture and recordings along the line, and they're stocking up a little bit, so I've got a few things to release over the next couple of days anyway, but I'm really keen to get back into doing the live streams with gamers again. So absolutely, Gemma. Yeah. Again, the only lives that I've been doing lately are the coffee catch-ups, and again I've done obviously this one today and a couple of other ones before. Otherwise it hasn't really, ideally it's been about 3 or 4 months really since I've been live. So look, you know, I've tried to supplement other content anyway, so it's not as if I've been sitting on my backside doing now anyway. So that's just not me. You know. Hello, Gemma. Thanks for coming in. I hope you're well. I hope your promotions and everything at your promotion, your channel's going very well for you. Anyone else is listening in the chat at the moment, please make yourself known and let's fill up. Thank you for the 3 likes, guys. I do appreciate that. I may run over. I normally do a half an hour of the chats anyway. I might actually run this a little over, because I have very unusual for me. I actually have the next couple of days free anyway, so I'm not in any great hurry to rush away. I've got a Black Wolf Shambolic. How you doing, guys? Good morning. Welcome to the coffee catch up number 47. How you doing, guys? I hope you're very well. Shambolic number 3. Thanks very much. How are you? I'm very well, Black Wolf. How are you doing, Mr.? I hope the weather is wherever you are in the world. I hope it's a lot better than what we're experiencing in UK and Ireland at the moment, because the weather is crapola, absolutely rubbish at the moment. So it is. So if you're in an opportunity that you don't have to go to work, or you haven't got any prior engagements, keep that fire lit, keep the radiators on, keep the house nice and warm, keep it nice and snug, because it's absolutely yuck. Not everywhere, just certain places at the moment. You'll find UK and Ireland generally mirror the same sort of meteorological conditions. Crappy crap. And we got three or four in the chat, guys. That's fantastic. Thanks very much for popping in and spending it with me this morning on this cold, wet December day. All good. That's fantastic. So how are we all doing? What we all got for the gamers in now? What are we gaming at the moment? For the other supporters, what have we got planned at the moment for today? Anything spectacular? (14 in Stockholm). Forward 14 degrees. Yeah, that's I suppose that's average for UK and Ireland. It's supposed to be that sort of temperature anyway. So yeah, it's cold enough though. And the sort of weather we have at the moment now, it just tends to radiate right through the body. So yeah, and this is the time of year you get sort of stiff joints and stuff like that now. No. Black Wolf, is that no to 14 degrees or no as in you're not well? Oh, great coffee this morning. Oh, something's just fallen off my desk now and I can't see what it is. 8 in London. Oh God, that's dreary. That's rotten, sham. God, that's rubbish. That's worse than here. I actually don't know what the temperature here is. Yeah, let's tell you what. Let's find out. Let's find out what it is at the moment. Now, let's have a look. Let's find out where we are in weather in Ireland. Actually, I should just go on to Mary's website really, but oh God, it's 4 degrees here. It's 4 degrees in Dublin. Crap. It's even, yeah, so it's 4. So Dublin, 4 degrees in Dublin. Why have I got my caps lock on? There you go. Yeah, so it's cold and yuck. Yeah, so what else I was going to say this morning? I had a couple of topics in mind there. Now let me just check my list there now. See what I actually had on. Head like a sieve. It's windy and much colder, man. Yeah, absolutely. It is. It is indeed. I'm trying to think what's coming out new. I'm trying to think now what's coming out new on the gaming front now. I was on the PlayStation app earlier this morning. I'd see that Resident Evil: The Village is actually down to about 30 squids at the moment now, which is about currently half the price that it was, which I thought was actually quite a good deal. So I might pick that up as a possibility of streaming at some point. So yeah, there was that as well. A couple of other things that I was looking at as well. You always find good deals on the PlayStation Plus there anyway, content wise anyway, and that type of thing. I won't be talking too much about the state of with the nasty little thing that we can't talk about at the moment, but because again that is something that's still being flagged for content reasons, so I won't be talking about that too much. Again, it is very much a grey area, but yeah, as I said, it's nice for all you to pop back in after my sort of recent lull with live content. As I said, I will be getting back to that fairly shortly. I just want to get the opportunity of getting this money together for this long-throated graphics card that I keep raving on about. I'm so desperate to get this installed onto my Lenovo PC, which is about 2014. It's seriously in need of a bonnet rub. It seriously needs some TLC, and getting this graphics card will mean that I can stream a lot more PC orientated content, and no doubt we'll be able to cope with more graphical enhancements in terms of the webcam cranking up to 60 frames, that type of stuff there as well. So I'm really eager to get that done in the very near future. And I'm probably going to take a stab at probably doing a bit more promotion and support in the streams there as well. Link drops for moderators, things like that. Although I don't want to reduce the channel solely for doing that, because I don't want to halve some of the other content that I do as well. That might be something I might start in the near future there anyway. Black Wolf, if you're still in the chat, what are you streaming at the moment? You can leave. What are you streaming at the moment? Or what are you currently going to be doing? Answers on a postcard too. Thank you guys for the 4 likes. If you haven't already smashed the like button, guys, I wouldn't mind if you can share the stream out as well to maybe just get a few more people in here just for the duration of the stream. That would be fantastic as well. Must slow down my Streamlabs messages there as well in the near future. I think they do come up a little bit closer than need be. Anyone else in the chat at the moment who hasn't made themselves known? This is just the coffee catch-ups. This is the discussion and community promotions of the channel. So if you want to come in and just say hi, you can come in and say hi during the playback or rewind, and just drop a comment there if you will. If you are new to the channel, I will get back to you with support if you so wish. As I said, do hit a like and do leave a comment there as well. If there is, look, I'm a gamer and you know the other content, all the content that I do is below, and you can see that going along the bottom as well. If there's anything else that you might like me to do in the near future, I'm open to suggestions that I can do that can fit into some sort of schedule. As I said, what my schedule will be at the moment is sort of up in the air, just with job commitments at the moment, because if you haven't watched previous announcements or previous notices, I've actually changed my job. So after 14 years out of chefing, I've actually gone back. So I've done 14 years retail. I've gone back into as being a chef after a 14-year break. And I have to say, enjoying it. Very strenuous, very stressful. Well, it can be stressful, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Pop out that chat again. 1 second now. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Just refresh the page by accident. Of course, I have to. Why do I have to them up? There we go. There we go. Yeah. So as I said, if anyone has any topics that they want to discuss, I mean, obviously I've talked a little bit about myself, talked a little bit about the weather, which is crap. Don't need to talk too much about that. All you need to do for that is open up the window. So yeah, and a little bit about everyone's plans for the Christmas. Has anyone got any Christmas streams planned, anything like that? Anyone who is a moderator in the chat at the moment? There should be, ideally there actually should be. We do have Now, Gemma, if you're still in the chat, you now are a moderator because you have been a good bit of support for me. So I've made you a moderator, Gemma, if you are still in the chat. Black Wolf also as well. And Shambolic, you have been through a good bit as well. So if you are still in the chat, just give yourself a nudge or wink there just to acknowledge that you are, guys, you are moderators now. And you can feel free to drop your links in the chat just to promote yourself there if you wish. Again, not a huge amount of people come through initially, but there are always the rewatches. And thank you for the 5th like. I'll tell you what. Let me just share out the stream as well, which I probably should have done before, but never mind. I'm a bit rusty at this stuff. I'm a bit rusty at this stuff now, so it'll take me a little bit of time to get used to it as well. Yeah. So this is why I had the music running, just for the bits when I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. It's long drawn out pauses where I'm waiting for responses anyway. So yeah, so if you get again, I've shared that, so hopefully we might get a few more people in. What are we running now? Running 25 minutes. So depending on how many people come in and interact, will ultimately dictate how long I am on live. For these guys anyway, well, for you, for me, it's for everyone really. This is my little community discussion that I haven't been doing an awful lot again, just purely down to work commitments and other bits going on in the life that have prevented me from doing so. So back with that for a wee while, just to see how it goes. I want to keep doing the lives a lot more, but it's all dependent on time and how much community interaction we get to make it worthwhile for both parties, for both obviously for me for being here and for you there as well. Good being in the channel, but no doubt putting in a little bit of a limelight anyway. Just sharing yourself, sharing me out on your community tabs. If you are over 1k and you share out, benefits you, benefits me, benefits everyone here there as well. So anyone watching this on a catch-up, I'm Zio, Andy, Zeophobic73 channel. Again, you can see what I do at the bottom of the bottom down here, where it is, yeah, down there, there you go. 3-tier membership, speaks for itself. Cringe random videos, yes, I am very cringe, and some of the stuff I do is questionable. Chat discussions, which you can see, you're on one of them now. I am a sci-fi and fantasy follower, so I'm a big lover of Doctor Who, Blake Seven, Star Trek, all the usual paraphernalia, sci-fi related. PS4 tutorials, now this for me is one of my biggest assets on the channel. I've had big numbers. I've got a playlist of around 33 videos. These vary from PS4 tutorials right down from updating to downloading software updates, hacks, not so many hacks, but tutorials for the family management, Gaming live streams, there's an awful lot of them there. Gaming uploads, they're on the increase and have been what I've been doing relatively recently. And the coffee catch-ups, which is what you're sitting in now. So that is the core of my channel. I might tend to throw a random one or a few shorts here and there just for good measure, just to bulk out the content in a monthly period. I try and do 10 to 20 pieces of content a month. This month is going to be a bit lackluster, I know, just purely down to work relations and other things going down. Can't always be that consistent, but I do try more or less the same each month. So where are we now? Where are we time wise? We're at 28 minutes. Well, give it another couple of minutes to see if anyone else does come in. I'm going to fire off another share as well. Just do another platform there now, just bear with me. Stick it up my jumper, as I say. I may just tap that away. And who have we joined? Who we got joining now? Let me just go back to my screen, tapping away there. Who we got? Bear Logan Gaming. Hello there, buddy. How you doing? Nice to see you, man. Good morning. How have you been? Hope you're doing well. I hope your channel's doing really well. I haven't been into you in a wee while, man. I do owe you a visit and a comment there as well. How are you doing, Bear? Hope everything's well with you, man. I hope you're looking forward to Crimbo. I'm on the last slug of coffee now. I thought you might. You've got Windows 11. How's it running for you, Bear? Now the system that I'm on now, there is a requirement to run in Windows 11. Now this machine is 2014, so it's not supported. I thought this might have been the case when I ran the Windows 11 compatibility test. My machine is about a year older than it should be, so it's not compatible. This is purely not specification wise, but it's not security proficient enough for it to work, so I can't get Windows 11. But if it's good, it's good, and you've got it. Yeah. Any features that you want to share that you like about it? Or do you find it's just any sort of particular features that you like, or is it just very much the same? Is it performing any faster for you, or looks like the Mac OS? I actually should probably check out some. I should probably check out some videos on it now and have a look, because I haven't actually. Had a look at that now. It looks like the Mac OS. Ah, Robin, who runs Microsoft, taking a feather cap from Mac, trying to steal their ideas, or some of their ideas anyway. Looks like Mac OS. Very good, very good. Do you find it's quite memory hungry at this stage? No, there will be updates on that, I've no doubt. Do you find it takes a lot more memory up, especially when it loads and closing down? What are the boot times like? You haven't got to give me specifics, but do you think it's faster at this stage? No. Okay. So basically, in your opinion, Bear, it looks different. You know, small updates. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the updates for PS4. 9 times out of 10, they're just improvements, stability, and stuff like that. Very good. Very good. How are your thumbnails and video editing going for you? I tell you what I'm going to do. Just bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go and stick on the kettle again. I'm going to get a fresh cup of coffee. So I'm just going to run the break time screen. I'll be back to you in about a minute, 2 minutes, guys. All right, just 30 seconds. Now, welcome back, everybody. If you've just joined us, welcome. You're in with me, obviously, Zio, Coffee Catch Up. Like you needed to be told that anyway. How are you all doing today? Funny thing is, your old Xbox has stopped working. Was it the original Xbox or was it the 360? Because the 360 was prone to the red ring of death and Microsoft were automatically giving 3-year warranties as standard or are you talking about the original Xbox from 2001? The Xbox One. Jesus. You want to check your warranty, Bear Logan, to see if it's still in warranty, because I don't know whether Microsoft were giving 3-year warranties on Xbox Ones. But if it's in warranty, you're more than within your statutory rights to get that looked at. If it's still under warranty, you might have to check your receipt or wherever you bought it from. But it's definitely worth a look at, man. To save you basically buying another one, because if you're trying to get anything repaired out of warranty, very often the parts that you sometimes have to get can be more expensive than the whole thing itself. It could be something simple. It could be just the hard drives failed, in which case you can probably download all your digital content. You can always download it again. If they're physical media, you can just reinstall them from the disk. But anyway, I'm getting Xbox. But anyway, you get an Xbox One S, in which case you can just disregard what I just said then. Because you've got another one on the way, or Santi's bringing the new one, then there you go. Job done. Yeah, as one thing I would like, but there's no cat in the house. I think my son's going to have one before I will, and that's the PlayStation 5. My one opportunity to get it, and I had to, unfortunately, for lack of funds, I had to let my pre-order go to a friend, which still makes me cringe and tear up and well up. What can you do? I'd rather have gone to a friend rather than have a scalper sell on eBay for 3 times its selling price. So there you go. I'm missing out on the likes of Returnal, which I've seen running at 60 frames in 4K, and it looks fantastic. So, but someday I'll get one. But at the moment, it's just not on the cards at the moment. Damn it. Damn it. Thanks, Bear, for the 6th like, buddy. I do appreciate it, and thanks for coming in. It's been a while since I've seen a lot of people live, and that's because I haven't been live. Is the answer for that one. Although I have to say, since I've been uploading, since I've been doing uploading, I have had a lot of people come to my streams and leave comments, which is great as well. Yeah, I know they are bastards. Yes, CEX is still saying the PS5 overpriced, something like €900 or £900. I don't know how they have the nerve to open their doors in the morning selling stuff like that. I think it's absolutely disgusting. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure someone who's desperate enough to part with the money will do it, but I think it's absolutely disgusting to sell something that is being used and out the box, which is devalued it anyway, and then have the audacity to charge second for it. Weezer Bud, thumbs up. Thank you very much, buddy, for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I met Weezer Bud on a stream earlier on with Sir Jacob, and he was playing Gears 5. So thanks very much for coming in, buddy. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for the ads and the emojis. Thank you very much, sir. How are you today? Good morning. Well, I said it's good morning here anyway. So, what part of the world are you messaging from, Weezer? Don't mind me. I'm just overdosing on black coffee here, just to wake me up first thing in the morning. And thank you very much for subscribing to the channel as well, Weezabud. I hope you have a lot of fun here as well. As I was saying at the beginning of the chat, you can see all the content that I do just down the bottom of the screen there now, so that's what I do. Live gaming streams I will be getting back to fairly shortly. Just as soon as I've said it so many times, once I get this PC upgraded to a better graphics card, and it's going to give my online performance a bit of a boost, because I do tend to, the reason being is because most people could say, well, you stream PS4 and you've got one of the most popular gaming consoles in history, why not just use that? That's all well and good, but I do like to stream other things. I do like to stream a lot of emulation programs in point of fact, things like PC, there's a PlayStation 2 emulator which is PCX2, Dolphin, which emulates GameCube and Wii. These are experimental programs, and some of them are of a decent stable build, some aren't, and they are prone to bugs and performance erratic. So you can imagine if a game's lagging, not only do you have to cope with the game lagging, that you're putting it online as well, so that lag actually is 2 or 3 times worse, because you are you're trying to cope with the online lag as well. Am I getting the new Halo? I've actually got, I'll tell you what I've got on my desktop at the minute, Bear. 1 second, I'll show you what I've got on my game. Well, actually I can't, well I could actually show the screen, but I'll just zoom out all the screen. I've actually got, you can hear me because, well yeah, you can see me. I've actually got I've got Halo the Master Chief Collection on my desktop, but again, it runs minimal settings, just to run stable. But again, I'm so fearful of streaming it, in case you get that lag as well. And I've had so many instances in the past where I've been streaming and I get mega lag, and normally it's when people are in and people just tend to die off because the gameplay is not as it should be. But yeah, Weezabud, thanks very much again, buddy, for subscribing. I hope you enjoy what you find. There's plenty of content there. I've just recently done over 1,500 videos, so hopefully there's something there that you like. I've no doubt there is anyway. So, Bear, what is the latest Halo at this stage now? I'm a bit behind on Halo now, so what is the Weezabud, just go easy on the go easy on the emojis if you wouldn't mind, just because it's considered spam a little bit, and I don't want to have to delete all your comments, because I do appreciate you coming by. But just the emojis, just put more text in than the emojis, because again, if YouTube sees too many of them, they'll consider it spam, and they might take down not always, they might just take down the stream, but obviously I don't want that to happen as well. It's Halo Infinite. Excuse me. Coffee down the windpipe. Not ideal. So Halo Infinite. What are the main differences between Halo Infinite and the last ones, man? I know the multiplayer is one of the biggest facets now. Although don't Microsoft tend to sort of screw up the multiplayer sometimes, isn't it? The campaign. I thought the campaign they jump. Although I have to say now, I've seen news before that the campaigns always tend to be relatively short. Or is that not the case there now? I'm not sure. That's okay. I was just curious what the main, because they always try and drag their customers back to what they do, and they always trying to change certain things. And obviously, what you don't want what FIFA or what FIFA. What EA are doing with FIFA year in, year out is change some of the characteristics of their FIFA games. They just update the rosters, update some of the characters, streamline ball control, pitch variants, all that stuff. But basically it's the same game. But FIFA, as far as I'm concerned with the EA, is a monumental cash cow. It just they hemorrhage money, but they don't hemorrhage money putting it out, but they hemorrhage money coming back. There must be onto a huge earning, huge earnings. But again, is that reflected in the content? Probably not so much. Probably not so much. But I don't think EA have got an update for FIFA 22. I think was out last Christmas, wasn't it? I don't think they can do much more with that, to be quite honest. Although I'm sure they'll try. I'm sure they'll try. Thank you guys for the 7 likes. We have been running 48 minutes. I might see how we go on to the hour. If we've still got people interested in talking, we'll go on a bit longer. Because I've got a bit of a excited for the fact that in a long time I've actually got a morning that's free. So I don't mind expanding the community that I have sort of been neglecting over the last we were not going live. Not neglecting is not the right word, but I've just been so restricting at work with what I've got the time to do. So I've been, as I said, I've said this a dozen times, I'm doing sort of gaming uploads at the moment, and content and shorts and stuff like that at the moment. But I do hope to bring you more gaming stuff in the future. I've been watching you've been watching my mate Vince. Good stuff. What's Vince do? Is he a YouTuber? He does tech. Yeah, I'm well up with tech. I love tech. Don't know absolutely everything, but I know enough to get by. I'm not a coder. I'd love to be able to code, but I suffer from dyslexia. Long strings of numbers, asterisks, semicolons, close and open parentheses. I'd be completely lost. So I know a couple of guys that I used to go to school with, and I just knew that they were going to do computers, because you could just see the way they know their way around a keyboard, how they think, how they manage themselves. And actually, in fact, one good friend that actually did a video for me many years ago, it is actually on the channel. It's called Southgate Park. I won't mention his name, he might not want me to. But he was coding on Commodore PET computers. He was programming in Commodore 64. He was using Commodore Basic. I thought to myself, he's going to do computers. And he works for Crytek and lives in Frankfurt in Germany. So there you go. He fixes tech. Very good. Yeah, it's good to be able to fix stuff. Save a fortune in spare parts and replacements and stuff like that. So actually, the most techie thing I ever did there was I managed to resurrect my PS3 from death. So I got the what's on the yellow light of death on the PS3 was basically the little black light and green light, which is off and on your PS3. It went yellow. I never found out what the yellow warning light actually meant, but I followed some instruction from a tutorial on YouTube and managed to fix my PS3. I was delighted with myself. Caleb Joseph, shiny raid. Oh, fantastic. Thanks very much, Caleb. And we have a raid. It seems like we have a raid here now as well. Thank you very much, Caleb. Shiny raid. Thanks for popping in and showing support, guys. Thank you. I'm just down to my last sup of coffee. Thanks very much, Caleb, for popping in. Do appreciate it. Hi, Caleb. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Hope everyone's well. Shout out to everyone, all 5 of you in the chat. Thank you so much for popping in today. Do appreciate it. Of course, thank you for 7 likes, 8 likes. I correct myself. We are running 53 minutes. Fantastic support today, guys. Thank you so much for all coming in, sharing a little bit of a coffee catch up. I'm still going, I'm not going anywhere yet now. Just I don't want to forget anyone who was in the chat today. Hi, Caleb. Do you have any news? Anything you'd like to share with the chat? Or just say hi? And Weezer Bud is still in the chat as well. Thank you so much for staying in, buddy. Appreciate it. Anyone wants to add any topic into the chat? I think I've pretty much said what I'm gonna talk about today. So if anyone else wants to add a topic, by all means do. The floor is open. Not literally, the floor is open, but you know what I mean. So yeah, Bear Logan, you've man fix his tech. Yes, I was saying yes. So I managed to fix my PS3, and I was delighted. I didn't have a thermal gun. Basically, I had to reapply thermal paste onto the 2 processing speeds, but I didn't have a thermal gun, so I simply put it in the oven. I'm surprised I didn't melt the board completely. So yeah, I managed to get it running for 2 weeks, and then it packed up again. So ultimately then I had to, at that point, that was at 2011, so I actually bought another PS3. It was the slim version. I actually sold it on, and to this day I was actually saying to my wife today, why did I sell my PS3? Because I had a rake of games for it now, and I sort of miss it now. And now I have the capture card that I have with the HDMI. Actually, that could have been some streaming opportunities missed now. But I guess, look, once there's always the PS now, I suppose, from that point of view anyway. So there's always that anyway. So it's not a total loss anyway. So shocking raid, Shiny Dragon Bolt 1999. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're speaking from the world. I have been very well, Shiny. How are you doing? Thanks for the raid, my dude. Thank you so much. You just raided me. You did need, Shiny. Thank you so much, yourself and Caleb, for popping in and that. I do appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. How are you been? How have you been? How's everyone been today? Thank you again for the 8 likes. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate your support. And thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks for supporting the chat, everyone, today. Thank you, Shani. I do appreciate your kind words, everyone, popping in today. Sort of nice to get people in that I haven't. Again, not going to go on too much about not being live as much, but it is nice to see people do come in on a live and do support the stream. Shiny Dragon Bolt 1999, you are now moderator, so you have a blue jacket. Caleb as well. Thanks, guys, for the raid. I make it worth your while. You are now moderating support there as well. you are very, very welcome. But guys, again, moderator support, how it works is, I know you've come in before, keep popping back every now and again, every opportunity that you can. Well, obviously when I do go live, and yeah, moderating support is obviously there. It's there for reasons. It's there to control the chat, any trolling. I'm quite a social channel when I do go live. Trolling is something I actually take no accustom to, so if there are any sort of bullying going on in the chat, anything like that, mods are there to control that. If I see anything untoward or completely inappropriate, they get timed out. They continue to do it, they get banned. It's as simple as that. Thankfully, touch wood, I don't have too much of that to deal with anyway, so that's good. At least, you know, I can foresee a lot of channels do get it from time to time, but just putting the word out, I won't go on about it. It's not tolerated here anyway, so that's good. And everyone that I get in is generally very, very frank, very honest, and very obliging. So that's great. Perfect. You're going to do streams and uploads the next few weeks. Very good, Charlie. I'll be due to pop through and support you there, Shiny Dragon. I will indeed. Apologies for not being in on a lot of people's channels recently. It's just my work commitments are as they are. If I do, and there's a special live stream on for the next few weeks, I'll be sure to check that out, Shiny Dragon, as well. As I said, yeah, if I'm able to pop in and I see someone live during a break, I will make a extended effort to go in and drop a like, leave a comment, explain why I'm here. I've got to pop back to work again, so literally my breaks are maybe 15-20 minutes, just enough time to get a bite to eat and then back into the hot kitchen. So of course, rightly, I need to support my family because they're having a hard time. Yeah, it's not nice when yeah. Well, it is obviously, it's nice to support your family, but when there's something that's going on, or maybe it's a hard time and they need you, yeah, I completely understand, Shiny Dragon. Yeah, family comes first, and I'll say that for mine as well. Family does come first there as well. So if you need support, they need support. That's just the way it is. We wouldn't have it any other way. We're only all human anyway. So absolutely goes without saying, family does come first. I would be the first to wholeheartedly agree with that. Yeah, so has anyone, we were talking briefly about Christmas plans, so has anyone got any sort of huge Christmas plans, and as far as YouTube goes, is anyone doing any sort of festive streams and things like that now? Or is it going to be the basic stuff? I'd actually say, in 2022, my name will be Shiny Dragon Ball, and my new update is on. Yeah. Oh, so you're gonna do a name. Oh yeah, I understand why you're doing the name change. Because obviously, you had your channel back when you were 1999. I'm presuming so. Obviously, 2022, you're just gonna leave it at Shiny Ball. Yeah, and I mean that's a good idea, to be honest, man. Yeah, it just means people will probably find your. It'll probably be easy for people to find your channel if you just leave it at Shiny Bolt. It just means then you haven't got to constantly change your name as per year goes. I can understand that will be easier for you. And once you stop changing your name, people aren't aware that your name has been changed. They'll be thinking that it's a different YouTube user, especially if you went to change your profile's picture as well. So it means your name will be fluid going forward, just the one name, and not have to change it because of the year. Fantastic. I'm Shiny Dragon Bolt, the Shocking Master. That's actually good. Or even Shiny. What about Shiny Shocking Master? Shiny Shocking Master. No, that's a bit of a tongue twister, that one. Yeah, keep it at Shiny Dragon Bolt. Just ignore what I just said there. Yeah, there you go. My advice, don't always take it. Shout out to the 4 people still watching. And again, 8 fantastic likes coming through. We are an hour and 2 minutes into the stream. I thought I would do an extended catch up this morning. again, simply because I've got the time on my I've got time on my hands today. Zio's Dragon has been released, and we'll say nothing on that comment. Yeah, Zio's Dragon. If only I had a fucking dragon, what would I do with it? I've got a dragon now and take care of him. I actually wouldn't mind a dragon. I'd love a bearded dragon, but you need a heated tank. You need a heated tank. That's it. Kalen Joseph, he's still in the chat. Fantastic, Kalen. Thank you so much for sticking around in the chat. Apologies, guys, for the amount. There's an awful lot of Streamlabs notifications coming up through my bot there. I'm going to have to slow the interval down so that they're not coming up every 30, I think it's 30 to 45 seconds. They keep coming out now. Apologise if it does slow the chat on. Kellen, you are very, very welcome. You support the channel with the raid like that. I can do nothing else but mod you. That's fantastic support. Thank you so much. Yeah, so yeah. I'd love a pet. We actually had a year or two ago we had a dog, and it was a cross between a golden retriever and I forget what other breed it was. I think it wasn't a terrier. It was one other dog, and it was a mongrel. It was a crossbreed, and it wouldn't take to training, and it was quite a defiant dog. It's just the breed that it was, and obviously my daughter is allergic to pet hairs, so we took him for a trial period. We had him for 2 weeks, and he just would not sleep at night. He barked. He was an absolutely bloody. I love pets, and we both work full time as well. Yeah, we had to give him back. Unfortunately, it broke our hearts to give the poor little chap back again. Having a pet does take an awful lot of commitment. It is like having another family member, a younger family member, especially if it's a pup. So again, that notification means that pets are not just for Christmas. And I would be the first to say that if you are gonna adopt a pet or take a pet, and it happens to be a Christmas present, it's lifelong. It is lifelong. It's commitment like another family member. It did break our hearts for us to give it back, but I think golden retrievers are such loving dogs now. Obviously, golden retrievers are the dogs that are employed by blind assisted people who have blind disabilities and complications. So they are beautiful animals when they're beautiful when they're small, and they're beautiful obviously when they get old as well. But the one that we had, it's getting a bit cold now. It just wouldn't take to training, unfortunately. We should have persisted, but again, the fact that we had allergies in the family, it made it really hard to look after it, to be quite honest. But yeah, moving on from pets there. Anyway, 9 likes, guys, and 4 people still rattling on and listening to me. That is fantastic support, guys. Do appreciate it. Great. I'll be posting a lot of gaming videos next year for my update. You're doing gaming there as well. Gaming's always good. Gaming will always get people in your chat there as well. So, well, absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the things that I'll be getting back into as well, is my gaming live streams, which I think the last time I did a gaming live stream was, I think it was Raiden. I think it was either the arcade, no, I think it was the PS1 version of Raiden. I did a stream with that. And that must have been 3 or 4 months ago now, and I've been doing uploads since. Again, I've mentioned about my working time, whatever, about 3 or 4 times during the stream. I'm not going to mention it again, but if you want to see how the information, you can always rewind and listen to it again. I won't prattle on about it, but yeah, due to working commitments, I mentioned it again. Yeah, it's very hard to live stream at the midst of the possibility of being called into work, which is what I think probably would have happened. So yeah, gaming uploads. It's probably worth talking about now. Gaming uploads, in my opinion, is if your video you're trying to do requires an awful lot of editing. You can start off, you can do your editing, and then you can close it down, save it, go off and do your work, or go off and do whatever you have to do, come back and then re-edit from where you left off. Whereas if you're slap bang in the middle of a live stream and you've got a chat full of people, and then suddenly you say, sorry, I've got to go to work, cut it down. How many supports do you think would keep with you? 9 times out of 10, 95% of them I think probably would. But if they're all new supporters and they've experienced it more than once, they may be inclined to just look elsewhere. I don't know. I haven't certainly been in that situation, and I wouldn't want to be in that situation. So there you go. Yeah, I guess most people are loyal supporters from day one. Most of the time, I would think so anyway. So fantastic. Yeah. So what are we? We're an hour and 8 minutes. Again, guys, 4 of you in the chat. If you've got anything that you wish to chat about or chat amongst yourselves, by all means, if you wish to support each other, fine. What I would say, anyone that's been given moderating, if you want to drop your link at any time, just let me know that you are doing it. You do have mod control, so you can drop your link in the chat if you wish. Just make sure that when you drop the link, you can wait for the link at the bottom to go to the top of the screen, and then someone else can do the same, because obviously I don't want to fill my chat solely with just links, because YouTube frown at that. So by all means, if you do have mod support, by all means you can drop your link there as well, because other people will obviously connect to you. Just one thing I would mention, if you are connecting to people in the chat, that you do it the right way. And the right way to do it generally, and there's a reason why I'm suggesting you do it this way, because there is an update recently from YouTube out this year, and it's called a false engagement policy. Now what that basically means, that if there's one or two criteria that you have to stick by when you're connecting to a channel. You watch at least 10 minutes of a channel. I think it's 10 minutes of a video. You watch 10 minutes of a video. You leave a comment that relates to the video that you're watching. You obviously hit the like. It's more beneficial to that, to the video if you do hit a like, and then switch on your notifications, whether you do the full. I think it's better for the channel if you put on the full notifications. Obviously you don't miss anything, and it's better support for them. You do return to that channel on occasion and do keep watching. What I'm basically getting to is, if you just go into the channel and hit subscribe, that the false engagement policy is basically, if there's no activity between you and the other channel for 24 hours, they'll deem that as sub for sub, which is not condoned by YouTube. So sub for sub, it might have worked at some point. It doesn't work any longer, because obviously YouTube algorithms will pick up on that, and they will cancel not only your connection but the other connection on the other side as well. So it's like two ends of a cable and you tying them together. That's what's going to cement that support, is if you do that. So you can take my recommendations. You might find that it actually will help you going forward in the future. So that's how we connect. That's how if I was a growth channel, which I'm not, I will advise you that that is probably the best way to do it if I was. So you can take my advice with a pinch of salt, but you might find you might thank me in the future. And that's generally how I would do it anyway. So fantastic. Fantastical. Don't mind me, I'm just switching between the screens again, as I generally do. Yeah, so how am I doing? Right, I'm down to my cup of coffee is empty, so I'm gonna do one more refill. Got to go now, mate, because I have to check my dog. There you go. That's exactly that falls in exactly to what I was saying about he's looking after his dog that he already had. Perfect shiny dog. Perfect shiny dog. Oh, that's a blooper. Good. Thank you, Shiny Dragon Bolt 1999. Apologies for just creaming your name right at the end. Sorry, but peace out, man. Thanks very much for your support, and I'll talk to you again, Shiny Bolt. I'll talk to you again soon. Alright, and again, I'm just going to put another break time on the screen for a second. I'm just going to make one third and final coffee of the stream. I'll be back in 2 shakes. Okay guys, thank you. Now welcome back people. Now that's it, that's the kettle boiled and I've got my cup of coffee there now. Now, so as I was saying, yeah, so we've spoken about again about Christmas plans. I've spoken about what I'm going to be doing over the next sort of time. If you hadn't checked out the content just down below, which you can see that down there now, you'll see it's a sci-fi fantasy follow. Another reason I'm preempting. I'm about to, when I finish this stream, which will be at probably about another 10 or 15 minutes, just to close the hour up. I'll be doing the 6th and final part of my Doctor Who reviews, which showcases the very last episode from season 13, which is gonna be I forget what it's called now. The Vanquishers. So if you are a Doctor Who fan, if you're not, that's fine. You can obviously not watch it or give it a view. It's the 6th and final part of my review. So Jodie Whittaker for me has been playing the Doctor for the last sort of 3 years, 4 years, whatever she's played. Not my complete cup of tea, because it has the Doctor Who banner. I've watched Doctor Who since I was 7, something like that. So I have been following it. She's due to regenerate, and there'll be a new actor put in her place at some point. There'll be Russell T Davies, who wrote the original and produced the original series when it came back in 2005. He's coming back to save the series, I'm hoping, and there'll be a new Doctor put in place. So I'm just reviewing the 6th and final part of the Flux, as it was known. That's called The Vanquishers. I will be putting the finishing touches on that video, and that will be going live within the next hour to 2 hours. And by all means, if you want to go ahead and watch that and leave a comment, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, if Doctor Who or sci-fi is not your thing, that's absolutely fine. There's plenty of other things on the channel that you may wish to watch. That's absolutely fine. I try and cater for as many of the community as I can, and indeed I'm quite forthgiving with the content. So if there's any content that you'd like me to feature, and it's within my power to do that, I'm completely open to suggestions there as well. So anything goes. I never say never. If it's within the constraints of my budget and it involves getting hold of something, that's no problem. I'll try and do it as best as I possibly can. So what were you, 118, 120? Yeah, so we'll try and run to about an hour, and we'll try and run to the 90 minutes. I'm sure I will anyway. I've got plenty of coffee to keep me chugging along anyway. So again, if anyone wants to throw a topic into the mix, by all means do, because I could chat, and I could go on and chat all day, but I don't want to bore the community as well, if you know what I mean. So yeah, for those of you who've watched this far, I want to thank you so much. It's great to see that you're painting while watching. Wow, okay then. What are you painting? Are you painting watercolor? Are you a fine brush? Or do you stencil? What is your passion? I've been to, because I haven't painted in many years, but I do like to draw, and my son likes to draw as well. I've got that sort of artist streak in me. I couldn't sit down and write a sonnet. I'm no good with maths. I'm not 100% on the likes of building stuff, but I always did like painting, drawing, stenciling, all that sort of appeal to my mentality, or my brain stem, so to speak. Oh, you mean painting the house? Hey, look, that's a talent in itself, to be quite honest, because painting the house is not easy. The first thing I generally do is the first thing I would run for would be a roller, because I'm no good at brush paint, not paints outside. I get more mess on the floor than I would on the walls, to be quite honest. Well, good luck with that. I can see where you're going now. Fresh paint, fresh lick of paint before you put the decorations up at Christmas. Yeah, I'll give that a thumbs up. That's worth doing. Because a lick of paint on anything can breathe new life into something, especially the home. Because God knows we've all spent 2-3 years behind closed doors in our houses, which, to be quite honest, have been like cells, especially with the the infection of no description, if you know what I mean. Christmas is so close. I think it's, what we now do with the 8th, so what, we 16 days to Christmas, 16 or 17 sleeps, I think. I know my kids are excited, even though my kids are 22 and 15, but they're still kids as far as I'm concerned anyway, so they still look forward to the festivities. I suppose I do as well, even though I'm an old sod. I still look forward. I think you look forward to Christmas for other people. I suppose when you're a kid, it's all for yourself. But as you move forward in age, you like the reaction for everyone else as well. Sometimes, you know. because it's nice when people get the presents that they. It's nice to hear. Oh God, yeah, you know. It's as much for yourself. I mean, obviously you want to have a good time as well. It goes without saying, but it's nice when other people have a great time as well. You know. It's yeah, God, it's a cliche. It's the most wonderful time of the year, but it's nice to see that joy radiated, because there's nothing worse, you know, when it's the one time of year that, you know, we congratulate ourselves as humans, if you know what I mean. We sort of, you know, we celebrate humanity, we celebrate the birth of Christ and all that stuff, which is good. But it's all about family, and it's all about together, and to have someone that's sat in a room and is not enjoying themselves. God, I'm actually welling up. Well, no, yeah, but anyway, I'm just thinking about it. I've got a funny feeling there to have someone that doesn't enjoy themselves at Christmas. I would cry for them, to be quite honest. I know it sounds creepy, and I'm not doing it because I'm online. Is to see someone that is generally not having a great time, you know, who was going through something that's, I don't know, just thinking about it now. Change the subject. To see someone that is not having a good time on Christmas now, that must be like so upsetting, not only for yourself but for someone else who actually have to put up with that, you know. Not put up with it, but you know what I mean. You'd want someone else to, you know, yeah, it's just, yeah, I suppose when you really think about it, when push comes to shove, you know, there's so many times, and there's so much time in your life where you see so much and you get frustrated. People get frustrated by the most ridiculous of things, and there's an awful lot of things going on in the world that we can't control, and we all get upset by what people say, and we get upset by what people think, what people do. And again, as an individual, you can do nothing about that. But push comes to shove, let's just leave it all behind and just focus on the one thing we all can contribute to, and that's being, we all walk, talk, shit, bleed, cry. We're human. Let's just enjoy the time on an even keel when we don't fight. I think something that's something we can all do and learn from. So I didn't mean to. I was going a bit dark then. I didn't want to depress anyone. Oh dear. Worry, we're 125. Okay, let's fill the last 5 minutes of the chat with something a bit more upbeat. Cheers. This is strong coffee. This is, oh God. You know, I do say at the beginning of every coffee catch up, I generally say what coffee I'm drinking. It's a straight Americano, very sugary, and will no doubt keep me hyper for the rest of the day. Sometimes it's a latte, sometimes it's an espresso. I'm just wiping the tablecloth because I've just got spilled it all over now. Sometimes it's an Americano, sometimes it's a latte, sometimes it's cappuccino. It happens to be all I've got at the moment. Yeah, it's an Americano, so that will do me. So if you are indeed watching this on a catch up, or to coin a phrase, if you are watching this on a rewind, thank you very much for coming in. I want to thank, this is the part where I do the roll call, this is the part where I actually go back a look at my chat and thank everyone for coming in, and I'm going to start right at the top of the stream. So before the stream came live, we had Crazy Craze giving me my first like. I had Gemma Journey's Grace coming in as well. I had Colin's Trivia in. Incidentally, these are support channels and they do their own content. There are in the chat, so by all means, if they're in my chat, they're obviously known by my channel in the community. They are worth their salt and they are worth checking out 100%. So if you're not with any of these channels, more than welcome to copy and paste the people that are in the chat and go over that and give them some support. They are supported by my channel, and more will be integrated onto the front of my channel as suggested channels as well. Black Wolf again, Shambolic popping in again, gaming channels, very trustworthy and very good content providers they are as well. As again, I will be taking out the duration of those Streamlabs comments. Bear Logan Gaming, again, he's just got Windows 11, does an awful lot of gaming. It's worth checking Bear Logan out as well. Congratulations to Wiser Bud coming in and supporting the channel. Thanks very much, Wiser Bud. I do appreciate it. And if you have any content in your channel, I will more than likely be visiting you as well. Again, a big shout out to Kalen Joseph for the raid, together with Shiny Dragon Bolt there as well. Thank you again to Shiny Dragon Bolt 1999 for giving me that raid of support there as well. Fantastic. And again, Kalen Joseph as well. Thank you again, buddy, for that as well. So that is everyone that came through. Perfecto. Thanks very much, guys. We're just looking about we said 90 minutes. So yeah, by the time I end the stream and give the credits, it's going to be 90 minutes. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in on today's coffee catch up. Do appreciate it. So from me, Zeophobic, Zeo, or more come on it if you know me that long, it's Andy or Andrew. I will see you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will see you on the next coffee catch up. Thanks very much, guys. Bye bye now.